Nestled away in a quiet neighborhood in Kansas City is a place of comfort, care, and peace. The Kansas City Hospice House sole purpose is to provide a loving place for families to spend the most important time of their life, those last precious moments with a loved one, a place to celebrate life. For Diane and Rick Connor, their life was near perfect. Happily married, a beautiful home, work they loved, and lots of friends and family. Near perfect until they received the news that no one wants to hear.
I hugged him one day and I did it just right. And I realized that there was a golf ball sized growth under his hairline, and I jumped and I was like, what is that? Oh, it's nothing. It's old man's fatty tissue disease. So we went immediately to the doctor, and they took it out, and they assumed that it was fatty tissue, and they got it all, and it was no problem. But they sent it to the pathology to look at, and it came back stage 4 metastatic melanoma.
He was, besides the love of my life, he was just so bright, really fun. He was the kindest person. He always remembered all of his friends, clients, families' birthdays. Always had a card. He was the one who would remember our anniversary, not me, you know. He loved everybody.
Diane and Rick fought through the cancer as hard as they could, and as their time grew short, they both wanted Rick to spend his final days at home.
I'd never been in Hospice House. We had friends come from out of town, and they realized that Rick was really failing, and I was kind of in denial. And while it was a husband and wife, friends of ours, Jay stayed with Rick at his bedside while Pam coaxed me to go to the house, and it was like 8 o'clock at night. It wasn't you know, a time where you would think that there was anyone there that would be helping you. But we went, and when we went inside, I was just floored. And there was a volunteer still at the desk, and she was just delightful. She took us around and showed us how wonderful and beautiful it is in the gardens. And she had explained that her husband passed away there. That was very comforting, that I knew that it was available. And I knew it was a home, you know.
Within a few short weeks, Diane knew that's where Rick should be.
And what we found was that the best care for Rick at the very end was to go to the Hospice House.
At Hospice House, the approach is immediate and all-encompassing. A compassionate team of doctors, nurses, social workers, therapists, chaplains, and care partners provide service 24 hours a day and an immediate response to the changing needs of each patient.
I've been in the hospital where there's 2 patients, and one is actively dying, and the family is around the bed, and of course they're tearful, they're saying their goodbyes, and then here's another family sitting right next door and listening to this, because the only thing that is separating them is a curtain. And so they don't have that privacy that we provide here.
Little touches come from dedicated volunteers, like honoring our war veterans who come to the house, providing music, pet visits, kids club for visiting children, and meals for anyone who walks in the door. The care, the quiet, tranquil beauty with secluded corners, screened-in porches, and natural soothing surroundings, it's here where patients and families can let go of the fear and anxiety that comes with serious illness.
Ever since we've been here last Saturday, it's just been just God miracles.
Alta Jones found out about Hospice House because her mother passed away here 4 years ago. She wanted to be here, she says, for the happy moments to spend with her family.
We just sat and talked. We really did talk about what the future holds for both of us. I tell my daughters before I leave them in the evening, you know, whatever God provides, if He provides me with another day, I'm going to wake up smiling because I've seen you. But if he doesn't provide me with another day, I'm going to wake up smiling because you know where I am. When I cross over, there won't be any pain, none, just joy. Just joy. And this place is joy. It really is.
Now, 2 years later, since her husband Rick passed at the Kansas City Hospice House, Diane recalls that first night she brought him here.
That night, the lady who met me at the door found me. She was just going to room to say hello to the people and be kind to them and make sure that they had everything. This woman was like guardian angel on earth. And she said, "Oh, I've been looking for you."
And because of all the angels at the Hospice House, she wants to give back.
We made sure that we planned the legacy gifts that we needed to. So it was very important that to him that we provide for families that are going to lose a loved one to be able to experience what we experienced with Kansas City Hospice. You have to learn what the silver lining is, because there's a reason why I'm still here and that he's gone and we went through what we went through. And part of it is this. Part of it is making sure that we make sure that people know that hospice is available and palliative care is available, that when you're facing the worst thing possible, that you're going to lose your loved one, that you have help.
Help and time for those sacred special moments are gifts to us all. Imagine the gifts your generosity can bring, ensuring a place of love and peace for everyone.